So, welcome back in Leipzig. The connection is still struggling here. Hi Julie, welcome back. It might happen that the connection is struggling a bit here around the stadium. Hallo Lena, willkommen zurück ebenso nach Duisburg und danke fürs Einladen der Follower. So I am just here on the next to the stadium, to the RB arena. That's here behind the trees. And around the stadium the mobile connection is not very good. So it's really disappointing. Oh, thanks for hearts, guys. Hi to Red Knight. Welcome to Germany here, Leipzig. Ah, okay. That's cool. So there's a scope right now from a Periscope. Yeah, okay. So I will have a look at it later. Thanks, Julie, for that information. So that sounds nice. I will probably do this. So since I'm in the Periscope power mode at the moment, I will probably have a look into that scope from the Periscope headquarters. Still within the 24 hours, yeah. So my plan for a weekend is to do some power periscoping from Mitteldeutschland at all, so from Saxony, Thuringia, and parts of Saxony-Anhalt. I'm on catch, yeah. I'm on catch already, and I know that catch catches my scopes and distributes the links and the replays. So I've heard, I don't know who told me first about it. Might be that it was Tiger One from New York City. So at Tiger One NYC. About what do you mean, Julie? Tell me about what exactly. So I'm not quite sure what you mean. What I shall tell about. About catch. Yeah, I didn't have a closer look right now into catch, but as far as I see, it's some kind of some service to collect your scopes, your replays, and to, for example, distribute automatically a link at the end of the scope with some text like what replay and when you get the title, so that you can share on Twitter. Not only, I don't think when the scopes are online permanently, but at least not for the public. It might be that catch helps you as scoper to replay or rewatch your scopes, and it might be that you can share it to specific people. So I have to say I have to take a closer look into catch, Julie. So I didn't have the time so far, but I hope to have some time in the next days, since my wife and the kids are going to visit their grandparents. So I also will do or try to do some power scoping on the weekend, so maybe 24 hours from Saxony, Anhalt and Thuringia. And this here, it's an advertisement for the next RB Leipzig game. So next Monday, 3rd of August at 8:15 p.m. So I will be here around 7 p.m. on Monday. I think that catch records the scope internally. So it might be so the option to save it to a camera roll is, as far as I know, just to have it on your phone or your pad. But just somehow a private decision or a planned decision. I have to do some tax stuff, so for tax income declaration, and I also want to bring on some project stuff, so like here on Periscope and for some crowdfunding stuff. So we decided early in the year. Yeah, connection is a bit spotty. I will just continue my walk. So I hope if I get a bit closer to the city, where the connection will be a bit better. So I can see that the connection is not very good because Periscope just shows me at the moment 0 live viewers. So I don't believe that this is true. So I'm just moving towards the city. Yeah, now. Yeah. Your in-laws. What do you mean with this, Julie? So you mean with all the tax stuff, tax income declaration and all the things? Or you mean my grandparents or parents-in-law? Or so I didn't get this, Julie. So and now Periscope again shows me 0 live viewers. I don't think that it's true. Oh, here's the E-Tankstelle. I have a family. I'm nice with them, so it's no problem. It's no personal problem. There have been some stress a year ago or so due to some new developments or new experiences, because I just got to know about being gifted in the last year. So, but I just have formally, I can say that I've it's okay. It's absolutely okay with the wife's family, but there have been some slight problems last year. But I think these problems are usual if you get to know about yourself being a bit special person and thinking about what really means this, what this really means, and all the thing. So right now it's 8 p.m. here. Yeah, we are settled now. Yeah. So of course there's still some things that we have to discuss from time to time, but in general it's okay. And yeah. So I don't know how firm you or some other guys are with all the specialities of gifted people. So gifted or hochbegabt in German. That's just the concept of the people with an IQ that goes over the 130. So this is a bit. Thanks, Julie. So gifted people are often said to be a bit, or to have some problems in social and community life, because ich glaube, das sind die DDR-Ampelmenschen, Lena. Ich glaube, im Westen Deutschlands gibt es andere Ampelmenschen, das ist richtig. So there are different traffic light signs for the pedestrians in the eastern parts of Germany and in the western parts of Germany. Ja, genau. Ich glaube, da gab da, glaube ich, auch mal Diskussionen drum, das irgendwie zu vereinheitlichen. Aber ich glaube mittlerweile, also es sind, glaube ich, beide gängig sozusagen. Ich glaube, an neueren Ampeln werden tendenziell eher die Ostampelmännchen installiert oder halt die Ostampelfrauen. So on new traffic lights, I think you mostly see the East German signs here for pedestrians. But it's 8 p.m. So there's a clock over there. So it's 8 p.m. The sun will go down in about an hour or so. And yeah, I will walk here a bit far from the city center. Ja, ich persönlich auch, muss ich sagen, Lena. Ich glaube, also ich kenne auch etliche Leute, die beim Vergleich zwischen dem alten, yeah, but the sun is still up. That's right, Julie. Also ich kenne so einige Leute, die das westdeutsche Ampelmännchen im Vergleich zum ostdeutschen Ampelmännchen tatsächlich einiges weniger schön finden. Ich meine, es liegt ja im Auge des Betrachters, aber ich kenne auch andere Meinungen. Ja. So, how much for gas? It's on the other side. It's have to look. It's roughly 1.60, so €1.60 for 1 liter. So I think if we have a gallon, that's I think 4 liters or so. A gallon would cost here €6.40, roughly €6.40 for a gallon. Yeah, so as far as I know, 1 gallon is roughly 4 liters, I think. And for that, so the liter price is €1.60. So it's probably much higher as in the States. So we have a lot of taxes here on the fuel, and of course we have to import most of the fuel and the gas. So yeah, it's compared to the USA, for example, it's definitely sky high. So, however, the people pay that, and yeah, I got to know this when I was in the USA in 2007. So I also saw okay, but fuel is much cheaper in the USA. But I think, or I see this as also being part of the traffic concept at all in Germany. So that you have to pay a lot of taxes that rise the price or that come onto the price for fuel. So the net worth is, or the net price is maybe somewhere at €0.50 or so, and on this 0.50, so 50 € would be maybe the net price for fuel. But when you have put on this some ecological taxes and all things. So well, here in the cities you don't really see that much SUVs. However, the SUV trend also comes over to Germany since a couple of years. Hallo Lena, wieder zurück. Ja, aber ich glaube, meine Verbindung ist nach wie vor immer mal schwankend. But in general, you have smaller cars. Franzese, ja, ich hab die Überschrift in der Zeitung gelesen, habe es aber noch nicht intensiver gelesen. Es klang aber ziemlich schrecklich irgendwie. So Lena just asked me about if I've heard of Cecil the lion. So it was some kind of best known or most interesting lion of Kenya or some national park where it had been shot by some US citizen yesterday or so. No, Not really, Julie. So large families in Germany are meanwhile not very common. So in most parts of Germany, I have to say. Most families, or if you have families, you have mostly just 1 or 2 kids within a family. But many people also have no kids at all. But in cities like Leipzig here or in Dresden, for example, I know that there's a trend that also goes, "Hi, Sincona, Brian. Welcome to Canada," or "from Canada." So the average is 2 or less is more common here in Germany in general. But it also depends on the region where you live, on the city where you live. So, for example, in growing cities like Leipzig or Dresden, meanwhile there's a trend, or there has already been a trend, from 2-kid families up to 3-kid families, meanwhile. So in Dresden and also in Leipzig, you see more and more families coming around with 3 kids. And we already know some people who say, "Okay, hi, thanks, Brian." And we get to know, or I get to know some people who already say, "Okay, we now have 3 kids, and we know a lot of other families that also have 3 kids. So what about 4 kids?" So, well, in general, I would be okay with that. However, my wife says that she, at the moment at least, she don't want to have more kids. And for me, I also say at the moment that our 2 nice kids are, they are our huge, biggest treasure in life. We try to focus on them. But it might be that we will have another kid. So, but since our little daughter is just 1.5 years old, and the son is 5 years, so it might be earliest in 2 or 3 years that we think about if we want another kid. So, thanks, Brian, I think, for the blue hearts. Or Lena, no, it's yours, Lena, the blue hearts. Danke, nach Duisburg. So I also only have 1 brother, and my wife also has 1 brother. So in my family, it's common also with 2 kids. My parents have, or our parents, I think, have the parents of my wife and my parents as well. They have 2 other kids, so 3 kids altogether. However, it's said that Germany or German families would need 2.3 kids as an average, or the average woman in Germany would have to have 2.3 kids to be able not to have population going down. So, Criminal Minds. Ja, dann viel Spaß, Lena. Vielen Dank, dass du dabei warst. Vielen Dank für die Herzen. Viel Spaß beim Schauen. So, thanks for being here with Scope and the other scopes before. So, I'm looking forward to see your scopes again and to welcome you again here on my scopes. So, yeah. But to be honest, I really like kids, and I really like to be with kids. The kids like to be with me. Not only our own kids, but also any other kids. So this also might be some special thing about gifted people, as far as I know, where kids are really attracted by gifted people. So when I did my IQ testing last year, the psychotherapist just told me, okay, that I would be a really, really great storyteller, and that I even need a book to read for our kids, for example, but I just need, let's say, 5 or 6 items that they give me, and that I can think of any story and any nice story that is really interesting for the kids. And it seems to be it's either some specialty of mine, or as far as I see, since I know a couple of gifted people who are working in social media, so in an area where you need to be a good storyteller, in my opinion, I see that probably many gifted people are very, very good in storytelling, and I also see that gifted people are maybe the best parents to any kids, because they are also really willing to learn, and as I see it, it's really fascinating what our son especially is asking me about, or asking us, and that just triggers me to have also a look into some topics that I might have forgotten meanwhile, or that have been changed throughout the years. So it's a nice motivational thing between our son and me, and I think it will be nearly the same, or it will be the same with our daughter as well. So she also wants to see all the stuff around, and wants to hear about, and wants explanations. So of course she can't speak already full sentences and so, but she of course shows me, or shows us, what she wants to know and everything. So yeah, I have just UMTS connection, so it might be because I'm again here crossing some parks. So I will go towards the city center, so connection might get a bit better. So let's have a look. Ryan is still here. Okay, we have okay. I will probably restart the scope right now, because there seem to be some connection issues. So if you still hear me, just stay tuned. I will be back just in a couple of seconds, hopefully with a bit better connection.